Let's get one thing straight. When it comes to speed, there's a whole universe of difference between what most people think is fast and what's truly fast. You think your supercar is fast? That's cute. Sure, a supercar can pin you to your seat and make your heart race, but in the world of fighter jets, that's just a warm-up. Fighter jets like the legendary SR-71 Blackbird cruise at over 2,200 miles per hour, faster than a bullet, faster than the very sound of their own engines. These machines were engineered to outrun missiles, to leave everything else in the dust, and to make the impossible look routine. At that speed, you could cross the Atlantic before your coffee cools. Imagine leaving New York and landing in London in less time than it takes to watch a sitcom episode. These jets don't just break the sound barrier, they obliterate it, shattering the limits of what we thought was possible. The sound barrier isn't a challenge, it's just the first milestone on their journey. The acceleration is so violent, the G-force is so intense, it's a whole new level of speed. Pilots train for years just to withstand the crushing forces that come with this territory. While we marvel at cars doing 0-60 in 3 seconds, these jets go from runway to stratosphere in moments. They leap from the ground and pierce the sky, climbing higher and faster than anything on 4 wheels could ever dream. They climb to altitudes where the sky turns black and the earth curves beneath you. Up here, you're on the edge of space, looking down at the world as if you're in orbit. It's a view reserved for the few who dare to chase the horizon. The sound barrier? Just another box ticked on a routine flight. For these pilots, supersonic is just another day at the office. The sonic boom is their way of announcing, "I'm here," to the world below. It's a thunderclap that echoes for miles, a reminder that something extraordinary just happened overhead. All this power is controlled by a single pilot in a cockpit that looks like a spaceship. Surrounded by digital displays, switches, and controls, they command a machine that's more advanced than most spacecraft. These machines measure speed in Mach numbers, not miles per hour. When you're flying at Mach 2 or Mach 3, you're rewriting the rules of what's possible in the sky. They rule an environment so hostile, you'd last seconds without life support. The air is too thin to breathe, the temperatures swing from searing to freezing, and the margin for error is razor thin. Supercars play in the sandbox, fighter jets play in the cosmos. Down on the ground, it's a race. Up here, it's a conquest of the elements. That's not just fast, that's magic. It's the closest thing we have to flying with the gods, and it's a reminder that for some, the sky is never the limit. Think a fighter jet is just a big engine with wings? Think again. These are multi-role platforms, reconnaissance, bomber, interceptor, all in one. In military terms, they're the queens on the chessboard, dominating the skies and protecting everything below. Air superiority is the difference between victory and defeat. Modern jets scout from 50,000 feet, deliver pinpoint strikes, and respond instantly to threats. They provide close air support, turning the tide for ground troops in seconds. Their psychological impact alone can end a battle before it starts. Fighter jets are more than engineering marvels. They're the backbone of national defense. The country with the best jets holds the advantage. Billions are spent not just for speed but for unmatched capability. They're symbols of power, strategy, and technological might. In the sky, they shape history. Building a fighter jet isn't like building a car. It's the ultimate engineering nightmare. Every single detail, from the tiniest bolt to the largest engine, is a puzzle piece that must fit perfectly. The margin for error is razor thin, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Designers must balance speed, agility, stealth, firepower, and safety all at once. Each of these demands pulls the design in a different direction, forcing engineers to make tough choices at every step. The jet must be invisible to radar, yet fast enough to outrun threats, and agile enough to outmaneuver enemies. Every choice is a compromise. Bigger wings mean more lift but more drag. Smaller wings mean less drag but can limit maneuverability and payload. More fuel means more weight but less maneuverability. Yet without enough fuel, the jet can't complete its mission or return home safely. Add advanced electronics and weapons, and you need even more power, which means more weight, and the cycle continues. Every new system adds complexity, demanding even more from the jet's engines and structure. Safety is paramount. Redundant systems, backup computers, and ejection seats are standard. Pilots' lives depend on these features, so nothing can be left to chance. Every component is tested to extremes before it's allowed on the plane. Simulations, wind tunnels, and real-world stress tests push the limits to ensure reliability in the harshest conditions. Materials? Forget steel. Think exotic alloys and classified composites that survive insane temperatures and G-forces. These materials are often developed specifically for each new jet, pushing the boundaries of science and engineering. The process takes decades and costs billions. Teams of thousands work around the clock, solving problems that have never been solved before. It's a relentless battle against physics with no room for error. Every flight is a test of human ingenuity and the laws of nature. If the engine fails, you're not pulling over, you're ejecting. The risks are real and the consequences are immediate. The result, a machine that's part ballerina, part heavyweight, part ninja. It must dance through the sky, hit hard and disappear when needed. It's a testament to human ingenuity and obsession. Every successful flight is a victory over impossible odds. And it's anything but simple. Behind every mission-ready jet is a story of relentless innovation, sleepless nights, and the drive to achieve the impossible. What makes a fighter jet tear through the sky? Two things: aerodynamics and propulsion. The jet's shape is sculpted for minimal drag and maximum lift. Thin, strong wings and a body honed by wind tunnels and computers. Control surfaces, flaps, ailerons, canards, are managed by fly-by-wire computers, keeping the jet stable at impossible speeds. But aerodynamics alone won't cut it. Enter the turbofan engine with afterburner, a controlled explosion that hurls the jet forward with bone-shaking force. The afterburner dumps raw fuel into the exhaust for a massive, fiery thrust boost, like nitro for jets. It's used sparingly, but when it's on, the jet becomes a blur. The noise? Earth-shattering. This marriage of clever design and raw power is what makes fighter jets godlike in the air. Get either wrong and you've built a very expensive lawn dart. Get it right, and you own the sky. Once, speed and altitude were enough to keep fighter jets safe. Pilots pushed their machines higher and faster, believing that if they could outrun or outclimb enemy threats, they'd be untouchable. But then came radar, a revolutionary technology that changed the rules of the game forever. Suddenly it didn't matter how fast or high you flew, radar could spot you from miles away, tracking your every move. The new challenge was clear: become invisible, not to the human eye, but to the all-seeing eye of radar. Enter stealth technology. Aircraft like the F-117 Nighthawk and the B-2 Spirit bomber look nothing like traditional jets. Their bizarre angular shapes aren't just for show, they're carefully designed to scatter radar waves in every direction except back to the source, making them incredibly hard to detect. But shape is only part of the secret. The skin of these jets is coated in radar-absorbent material, a top-secret blend that soaks up radar energy and transforms it into harmless heat. This coating is a marvel of science, developed through years of research and experimentation. The result? To enemy radar operators, these jets are barely a blip, if they show up at all. They can slip through heavily defended airspace almost like ghosts, unseen and undetected. But there's a catch. Those odd, angular shapes that make jets invisible to radar also make them unstable in the air. They're so tricky to fly that advanced computers are needed just to keep them level and on course. And the special radar-absorbing coating? It's incredibly delicate. Even a small scratch or dent can compromise the jet's invisibility, so ground crews must constantly inspect and repair the surface. Engineers have even hidden the engines deep inside the aircraft, covering the nozzles and designing special air intakes to reduce both heat and radar signatures. Every detail is engineered for stealth. It's a constant tug-of-war between making a jet invisible and making it perform well. Every stealth feature comes with a trade-off, and designers are always searching for the perfect balance. But when everything works together, a stealth jet can slip through the most advanced defenses, carrying out missions where ordinary jets would be spotted and shot down. In the world of modern air combat, stealth is the ultimate trump card, a force multiplier that can turn the tide of battle before the enemy even knows what hit them. Invisibility isn't magic, it's the result of cutting-edge science, relentless engineering, and a willingness to push the boundaries of what's possible. In the skies, it changes everything. Some machines redefine the game. In fighter jets, that's the F-22 Raptor. It's not just a jet, it's a statement of American technological dominance. The F-22 was the first to blend stealth, supercruise, and agility in one package. Supercruise lets it fly supersonic without afterburners, saving fuel and arriving faster. Its engines have thrust vectoring, letting it outmaneuver anything in the sky. Stealth? Its radar cross-section is the size of a marble. It carries weapons internally, staying invisible and deadly. Its brain fuses data from radar, satellites, and other jets, giving the pilot unmatched awareness. So advanced, the US banned its export. The F-22 is the undisputed king of the skies. Why build these machines? One word: deterrence. Advanced fighter jets send a clear message: don't mess with us. Air superiority means safety at home and influence abroad. These jets are the cutting edge of aviation, evolving from fragile biplanes to supersonic marvels. Their technology trickles down. GPS, composites, even weather forecasting owe them a debt. They're proof of what humans can achieve: art, science, and power in one. Fighter jets inspire awe, pride, and a sense of security. They're not just weapons, they're symbols of national strength and innovation. They keep the peace by being ready for war. And, let's be honest, they're just incredibly cool. That's reason enough. There you have it, a peek inside the world of fighter jets. From breaking the sound barrier to vanishing from radar, these machines are the ultimate in speed and innovation. I've made my case for the F-22 Raptor, but now it's your turn. Which jet do you think is the greatest ever built? The Su-57, Eurofighter Typhoon, F-14 Tomcat? Head to the comments and let the debate begin. Argue, defend, and share your favorites. Let's see some passion and knowledge. If you want more stories of engineering brilliance, stick around. There's a whole world of machines to explore. Now get typing. The comments won't fill themselves. Good night.